nematau, aš neįsivaizduoju, nežinau. Vedančioji partija neapsisprendžia, kas jinai yra, ar jinai nori kokių nevyriausybinių.
Well, first of all, it's absolutely clear that people of Lithuania want to change. They were sick and tired of 4 years of scandals of corruption, even stagnation, and they showed it as strongly as they could. That for a single party to have that many mandates in the parliament, we haven't had this kind of situation since 1996. So it's obvious that change is coming. But now the main question is what the change will bring, since many of those people who are coming to the parliament, they are newcomers. We don't know them. We even joke whether the leadership of Peasants and Greens, whether they know who is coming to the parliament. So it is still very difficult to see what's coming up. About the coalition, it's we heard today that Peasants and Greens, they will be looking to have a broad coalition between Social Democrats, Conservatives and them. In my perspective, that's not really going to happen. As far as I'm concerned, our party doesn't see a possibility to be in the same coalition with the Social Democrats because, again, from my perspective, they represent everything that is not change. And we were part of a change in our campaign, in our pre-election period, and so we don't see working with them. So if they reform themselves, if they have a new leadership, that might be a possibility, but not yet. The second thing is when I'm saying that it's very difficult to say what the Peasants and Greens are bringing policy-wise, because many of their messages were mixed. That means that they were offering more jobs, but then again they would offer a state monopoly on liquor stores and things like that, which is it's still very difficult to say how it will work out. If we were speaking about foreign policy and defense, they were rather silent about this in their pre-election period. Therefore, it's again, we don't even know their candidates. For example, I haven't heard about their possible candidate for defense minister. I'm really not sure about their defense program. I'm not really sure about their foreign policy program. That is a problem. And I'm sure that our colleagues and partners on this side of Atlantic and on the other side of Atlantic will be watching very closely, and we will be watching with them as well.
How do you see future relations with Russia?
Well, again, as I said, it is Lithuanian conservatives were always very clear about where do we stand in our relations with Russia. I always spoke about need to adhere to what the European Union is saying. And the aggression in Ukraine is still there, and Crimea is still occupied, under occupation. Therefore, I don't think, from my perspective, that there would be any possible changes in our relations with Russia. But could I say the same thing about the Peasants and Greens or the next coalition? Well, it's too early for that. I think that we have to wait and see what kind of government is forming, and we'll have to ask those questions later.